Hey guys, Small Town Izzy. Thanks for joining me. Well, the Lady Rebels are tearing it up once again on the hard court, and it's tournament time. I caught up with head coach Ryan Chastain to talk a little round ball. Let's see what he had to say. Hey Rebel Nation, I'm here with Coach Chastain. Thanks for joining me, Coach.
Happy to be here.
Region champs again. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Can you discuss how the team has improved from the start of the season to now?
It's a good question. I think the chemistry of the team has gotten a lot better, the way we play together. You know, we graduated 6 seniors, a lot of kids that played a lot last year, so this group just playing together. And, Ellie Cook transferred here. She wasn't here last year, so when we got going in the summer and in the fall, it was everybody's learning how everybody else plays. And I think the overall chemistry has come together well over the course of the season, especially on the defensive end of the floor. I think we played really well defensively as a unit.
Speaking of your defense, your press has created a lot of offense for you this year. Can you talk about how your personnel suits your style of play?
Yeah, I mean it was a simple decision for us in the offseason. We have so many kids that can run and have speed that it just made sense for us. And I like to press. Mm-hmm. And some years it's easier than others because you got to adapt what you do to what you have out on the floor. But this year it was a no-brainer. We're not overly big inside, so we're going to make teams work 90 feet to throw the ball inside against us, and it's worked well for us so far. But this group, I mean, as a unit, they're just tenacious defensively. That's the word that comes to mind. So, been real proud of the effort they've given on defense.
Got to be fast.
Got to be.
All right, let's talk team personality for a minute. Who's the most vocal leader in the huddle?
Most vocal? Probably Reagan York. Like, she's pretty loud and she likes to correct others, is the nice way to say it. But most of the time, she has good information. All 3 of the seniors talk a lot in a good way. Like, I mean that in a good way. Jenna's very vocal. Becca is a little quieter than the other 2, but they're all very vocal in the huddle. Yeah, all 3 seniors.
Got to be positive.
Yeah. Some days it's easier than others,
Yeah.
Yeah. But they do a good job of being vocal leaders and getting behind their teammates and making sure their teammates know that being vocal is important.
Yeah. Who's the rock? Somebody that might say not say much, but will be there in a tight spot.
It's still Becca. I mean, she's kind of quiet, but she's that kind of kid. Courtney Davis doesn't talk a lot out there on the floor, but she's always dependable. So one of those 2 is probably who I would think of because even though Becca's vocal as a senior, she kind of has that quiet demeanor to her when she's out there playing, and definitely Courtney Davis too.
Got to be focused.
Yeah, got to be focused. We've talked a lot about focus lately. So.
Yeah. Who's the gym rat? Who'd sleep in the gym if you let her?
Courtney Davis, without a doubt. Like her, a lot of people talk about Becca and Courtney and you talk to the seniors about dedication and things that have got them this far. We have practice. Becca and Courtney are here 40 minutes before practice starts.
Yeah.
And I can't remember, we had a snow day one day or something like that. School let out early, and I had to go over and see Tim Tao over at the rec. And I walk in the rec, and Courtney Davis is in there shooting. Because we couldn't practice that day. And she's that kind of kid. And I think Reagan York might have made a joke in her interview too. She's just always in the gym. And the ones that are always in the gym, it shows up on game day.
That's good. You got to have practice.
You have to. It's got to have reps.
Yeah. Who's the comedian who keeps it light and fun?
We have a few of those. Jenna's funny. She don't care to just say anything at any time. Her and Coach Orton, they kind of go back and forth and chirp at each other, and it's funny. Ava Queen is funny, but doesn't really mean to be. She's kind of one of those types. But I mean, the whole team's always joking around. One of my favorite things, about even back into last year and this year is this group. They've learned how to work hard but have fun with it, and that's a rare combination. When I think about these 3 seniors and how hard they've worked, like they've always come here and gave 110%, and it was never a burden to them. I think a lot of people that work that hard, like they show up and they feel like they're laboring out here in practice. But since those 3 kids were freshmen, they'd come here and they'd give 110% and have fun with it. And I think that's so important to being a good team, is having people that can work hard, but at the same time, have fun with working hard.
doing what they love.
Yep, they love it.
Who hates to lose the most? You might want to avoid this girl after a loss.
Oh my gosh. No. We have a lot of those. That's why we're good. Yeah. Becca hates to lose. And it's pretty visible. Reagan York hates to lose. Like they're the two, when you say that like immediately pop into my mind, like they're going to be visibly upset if they lose at something. Courtney doesn't like to lose. I've seen a lot of, the three of them, when we lost the state championship, were just like everyone was upset, but like those three were like distraught. Not that the others weren't, but like you were just talking about how do you visibly notice? Like those three, when they lose at things, like you know it, like you see it. So I'm not saying that they hate to lose more than others, but they're the most visible.
Yeah.
When you see them lose, like you know real quick they're upset.
Hey, you gotta hate to lose. You gotta hate it.
You got to. I hate to lose.
Yeah. If one of your players was going to be an assassin, who would it be?
An assassin. Okay, that's a good question. Assassin. Becca likes to fight. I have to get onto her at practice because she likes to wrestle her teammates. So maybe she has the demeanor to be an assassin. I don't know, but I think of assassins like as kind of sneaky.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess I'll go with Becca.
Light on their feet.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you're the number one team in the state. Big target on your back.
Mm-hmm.
What do you tell the team in the locker room Tuesday night when you kick things off?
Like pull back the curtain here. I don't give a lot of big pregame speeches. Like I like to think we're a very workman-like program, that we come, about 40 to 50 minutes of our practice is going to be the same every day, and we're going to be working on fundamentals and ball handling and shooting. And I'm more of the belief, like, you just got to pound the rock every day, and then everything else will take care of itself. So when we do pregame, it's usually short and sweet. We usually give them just a little bit of information on personnel, a little bit of information on the other team. We'll definitely talk about it being the first round of state. It's different. I think there's kind of three parts to the season. There's that kind of November, December, everybody's fired up, everybody's happy out of the gate part of the season, and then you hit like January and February, and a good coaching friend of mine, he used to call it the January blues. It's just a grind. Basketball's a long season, and I think last year when we made it to Macon, we had been playing basketball if you started at the first practice for like 6 months in a row.
Wow.
So you kind of have that exciting, everybody's fired up, boom, take off. Then you come back from Christmas and you play a few games, and then it feels like a grind.
Yeah.
And then everything resets around the region tournament and state tournament, and you feel this new energy.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to talk about it being the postseason and this winter go home, and I fully expect this group to rise to the occasion.
That's good. Good expectations.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for joining me, Coach.
So I have a question for you.
All right.
Tell us about your experience with the middle school team. Y'all had a great year on the 7th and 8th grade team this year.
Yeah.
How was your experience playing middle school basketball?
Well, I love my team, and we did our best, and we rose to the occasion, like you said. We did our best that we could, and it was a tight game, and on both of the teams that I played on, I love both my teams, and, just having fun, playing the game that I love, and we got to do our best, and that's what we did.
Yep. Enjoyed watching y'all play this year.
Thank you. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Well, there it is, folks. Temple's rolling in for round 1 Tuesday. Let's show up and cheer on the Lady Rebels to state. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time on Small Town Dizzy with Big Time Sports.